Welcome, welcome to Math 180 and Math 180 support for the spring 2022. My name is Lijun Wang, and I'm teaching this class, and here I'm going to go over some of the important points about this class. So first of all, this is Math 180 and Math 180 support class, completely online. Completely online. We have a tutor that to help us outside my office hours, but I wish you guys to understand this is a 6 courses in one to prepare you to be successful in calculus classes. So I want to emphasize the importance of that you understand that this class actually cover a range of materials from these 6 classes. And these classes are pre-algebra, beginning algebra, intermediate algebra, geometry, college algebra, and trigonometry. And of course, in the entire process, we do have emphasis, okay? And we certainly is not going to do 1 plus 1 plus, 1 plus n equals to 2, which everybody knows. But there will be contents from pre-algebra, beginning algebra, intermediate algebra, geometry, college algebra, trigonometry, and there will be, some of those rusty points that typical to our students will be addressed. Okay, so let's look at the syllabus. Okay, let's look at our syllabus. I'm going to bring up the canvas so you can see the syllabus. And if you are in Canvas, you can browse those, you can go to Canvas to browse that page of Canvas, which is the home page. The home page of Canvas right here. So let me share that with you. Okay, I had an online orientation last night, and some of you have attended. And just make sure you know that you know where to find the syllabus. Okay, so syllabus is a comprehensive document to help you understand what to expect with this course. And here, this video is to address, as much as possible about the how much you should expect. This class has a support class, which is called a co-requisite class. Wait a second, I think I have a typo here. This should be, the section number should be 007. The support class is 0070, not 0083. I have a typo there, I'm sorry. My name is Lijun Wang. My email address. I ask every one of you to download the Pronto apps. Once you downloaded the Pronto apps, you will be automatically set up to have a direct connection with my cell phone. So that's our communication. That's our primary communication besides the inbox. We have Canvas inbox to communicate. The co-requisite that you must register for Math 180 support. And so the number of units is 5 plus 2, which is 7 units. 5 is the number of units for the pre-cal, and 2 is for the support. And you should expect every week, 5 hours lecture for Math 180 support. For Math 180 and 2 hours of support, 2 hours for the support, right? Review of the previous classes, such as, intermediate algebra, beginning algebra, or whatever I see fit. And whatever you have let me know what you need help on in order to be successful on the topics we are covering at the time. So the meeting days and time, you can make your own time, arrange your own time to listen to these lectures. So once again, every week you have 7 hours Sometimes you might need to listen to some of the lectures over and over again. We have office hours. 1 hour of office hours is actually in person and on Zoom. And that is 9:30 to 10:30 on Tuesdays. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every night between 6 to 7 p.m., I will be hosting office hours live on Zoom. So now, here I'm addressing that this is a 6 classes in one. Okay, last time I count, I realized it wasn't 5, it was actually 6. 6 hours, 6 classes in one. So what are these 6 classes, right? These 6 classes we have just talked about, right? Pre-algebra, beginning algebra, intermediate algebra, geometry, and Math 130, which is college algebra, and Math 170. So this is what we meant by 6 classes in one. All right, so when you see the catalog description actually is very, very short, but each word represents 1 or 2 courses, okay? You can see this course includes a study of algebraic, exponential logarithm. Algebraic include pre-algebra, beginning algebra, intermediate algebra, and probably college algebra. Exponential logarithm usually is covered in college algebra, which is Math 130. And some of you who have taken Math 80, it's covered in Math 80. So it depends on your background, but these topics are all going to be reviewed. Trigonometry, trigonometric functions, that's Math 170 is a single course. And an introduction to analytical geometry and applications. This is actually a topic that covered throughout all of the said 5, all of these said 5 classes, excluding geometry, because in geometry, they typically do not do analytical geometry. But anyway, this is a completely online class. All lectures are pre-recorded. So when you're watching these lectures, you're going to see the lectures recorded. So let me show you where you're going to see the recorded lecture. You click modules. On modules, you see syllabus, office hours. Oh, wait, I didn't, I should publish these, okay? Syllabus, office hours. This is a typical week. Okay? In this week, I didn't publish the pre-calc quiz, and I will publish later. On top of the week's work, lectures and quizzes, homework is on the very top. This is the weekly homework. So every week you're going to have a set of homework. And the topics, right? I make recordings according to lecture, by topics. And I also try to keep it short, not too long, even though I'm not going to do 5 hours straight. So I'm going to break down by topics. So mathematical principles, number system, simple grammar mathematics, and all of these topics is covered for this week. And from mathematical principle until properties of absolute value function, this is about 5 hours. For each recording, I have the amount of time of the recording, so you can plan. And some of these are, well, these are ordered in the order given. So it's best you listen to them in the order, but later on you can still go back by different order to those lectures. You see, some of these are shorter, some of these are longer. This one is the longest. And homework guide. Okay, so sometime I will give you a homework guide if I feel necessary. And each week you will have at least 1 quiz. The first week is a little bit different. This week I gave you 3 quizzes. Not all of them are that long. You just cover these materials throughout the week, throughout the week. So this is a total of 7 hours of worth of recorded lectures. So you need to plan ahead you need to make sure you spend the hours to watch 7 hours, and you don't want to just do it in one sitting. And you also need to plan that you may have to come back because every quiz I usually give you 2 kinds of quizzes. One kind of quiz is just multiple choice. All the multiple choices quizzes are based on homework and lectures, right? So you might need after you do the quiz for the first time, usually you have 3 attempts. 3 attempts. The highest score will go to your record. So after the first time you realize, I'm not quite sure, and I did not make 100%. So you may like to go back to some of these topics to watch again. Okay. So I believe that all of these lectures probably are worth your while to watch over again. And in later chapters, you may have to come back to watch the previous quizzes. Okay. So anyway, this week you have 3 quizzes. You can do it. Okay. Other weeks, you may have at least 1. I would say on average 2 quizzes, except the week number 8 and week number 16. Week number 8 is in the middle of the week, and that week you're gonna have midterm exam. And the last week of the semester, you're not gonna have a quiz, and you're gonna be doing the final exam. So these will be addressed in just a little bit later. But anyway, so this is a typical week. This is a typical week. Okay, you watch these lectures by topics. And so of course, some of you were asking about about textbook, right? So let's go back to talk about textbook. Textbook. The official textbook is this one. I put optional does not mean you should not have a textbook. I put optional meaning that you could have a different textbook. It could be an older version. It could also be a very old textbook, maybe from your grandpa, maybe from your parents. The same topics of textbook will be fine. If you were in high school, you have a high school textbook on pre-calculus, you can use that too. All right, but you must have a pre-calculus textbook. And I also recommend, if necessary, you have some textbooks about those other, those 6 courses we mentioned. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can get free ones, get the free ones. Okay, get free ones. These are in case that you feel you need more exercises, say on fractions. Then you can go to pre-algebra, and you need some more exercise on beginning algebra or intermediate algebra, so you can pick up some more factoring questions. Besides the homework questions I'll be giving you. But anyway, so this is up to you as how many books, but you should have at least 1 textbook of pre-calculus. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus. So your grade will be determined by quizzes, midterm, and final. We have 1 midterm, 1 final, many quizzes. I would say average 2 per week, except week number 8 and week number 16. How do I calculate your final grade? I have 2 formula. Okay, the grade book is using 1 formula, but I'll be using another formula. So at the end of the semester, I'll be using both formula to calculate for each one of you, whichever one give the higher grade, and that will be your course grade. Homework, we just show you where to find homework. Quizzes, right? I just talk about the quizzes. Midterm, okay? I will give you the midterm the Friday before spring break. and you have the entire spring break to do your midterm exam, okay? Multiple choices, you have 3 attempts, which to complete with a complete, to do it with a complete success, you probably need to watch a lot of lectures and try it over and over. You have 3 attempts. Final exam, same format. During the semester, I might be giving you written quiz. A written quiz can only be submitted once. You cannot submit more than once. Multiple choice quiz can be submitted 3 times. Okay? And you can see the quizzes takes very high percentage in your grade, in your overall grade, a minimum of 60%, minimum 60%. Okay, all right. Important information regarding exams and final. When completing exams, students are expected to use a computer that is least likely to crash and have strong internet connections. The student is solely responsible for any crashes or lost connections before or during examination, and is also responsible for any points deducted or lost in this process. Students should take this into consideration before making the decision to take this course. So when you sign up for an online class, and you should consider this, okay? Academic integrity. This is much emphasized by the school. So I'm gonna read through this aloud. El Camino College stands on academic integrity, forbids acts of academic dishonesty, including cheating, plagiarism, falsification of academic documents, and fabricating statements for academic gain, to name a few. Examples of academic dishonesty include, but not limited to, giving or receiving help on any assignment in the course, including homework assignments, copying or sharing answers from other students, as well as copying from any type of solution manual, online source, or published documents, evasive editing, or making any verbal or written statement that is falsified for academic gain. Any student that is caught performing any acts of academic dishonesty of any form will be reported to the college for sanctioning. A student is encouraged to contact their professors if he or she questions an act that could be perceived as a form of academic dishonesty. I cannot emphasize enough that you watch the lectures and reading the textbook. I do not follow exact order of any particular textbook. I do not. But the topics covered in the section, you can identify those topics from the textbook you have at hand, okay? If you need help, feel free to come to my office hours, and if you have any questions. Course objective, please read through this, okay? And student learning outcome, basically we expect you to learn whatever we have reviewed. And disclaimer, the professor reserves the right to adjust any details of the course syllabus or revise the course timeline based on the pace of the course, but it is responsible to redistribute the syllabus immediately. So you can feel free to download the syllabus. If there's any questions I have not covered, right, please let me know, so I will be happy to address those issues if I accidentally leave them out. Now, for all the exams and quizzes, okay, I wish to read this to you. At least 2 quizzes per week. Quiz questions are taken from homework and lectures. All quizzes are designed to encourage students to study the recorded lectures in details for better understanding and read the textbook attentively. Some quizzes require that the students show their work legibly and scan in their work to submit online according to instruction by the deadline. Some quizzes may contain multiple choices and must be done online by the due date. Okay, a quiz with multiple choice questions are given 3 attempts. Okay, so any quizzes or exams that will have 3, if there are multiple choices quiz or exam, they will have 3 attempts. The highest score goes into the student's record. A written quiz can only be submitted once. No late work will be accepted and no exceptions. So I wish you to understand. And I think that's all for this recorded orientation. And I'm looking forward to meeting you, at other times. And once again, I wish to emphasize, I do have 1 hour of in-person office hours on campus. Even though I made myself available both in person and live on Zoom, feel free to visit me during that hour of in-person office hours at El Camino College if you wish to do so. And so I think that's all for this recording. And thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again.